If a wolf jumped your fence tonight, which dog would actually stand its ground? Not bark from a distance, not panic, not run. Stand, fight, protect. Because some dogs were never meant to be ordinary pets. They were built for pressure, built for danger, built to face threats most animals avoid. Some guarded ancient empires. Some protected livestock from packs of wolves. And one breed on this list is so intimidating, even experienced handlers approach it carefully. Tonight, we're counting down the 7 most fearless dog breeds in the world. These are the dogs with the strongest nerves, the hardest mindset, and the kind of presence that changes the atmosphere the second they walk into it. And trust me, the number 1 spot is going to divide opinions. Now, before we start, understand this. Fearless doesn't always mean aggressive. A nervous dog can bark all day. A truly fearless dog doesn't need to. That's what separates elite protection breeds from ordinary guard dogs. Confidence, control, pressure tolerance. The dogs on this list were bred to move toward danger when everything else retreats. And some of them, honestly, feel more like predators than pets. But before we begin, we are Meme Dogs TV. Subscribe and let's begin.
Number 7. Doberman Pinscher. The Doberman is what happens when speed, intelligence, and intimidation collide. Lean body, sharp eyes, explosive reactions. Everything about this breed looks engineered for security work, because it basically was. Back in Germany, a tax collector named Carl Friedrich Louis Doberman wanted a dog that could protect him while carrying money through dangerous areas. What came out of that idea became one of the most respected protection dogs on Earth. And unlike bulky Mastiff breeds, the Doberman relies on precision. This dog moves fast, really fast. A Doberman can sprint at terrifying speed, react almost instantly to movement, and make decisions under pressure without freezing. That last part matters more than people realize, because in real situations, hesitation changes outcomes. And Dobermans rarely hesitate. That's why military forces, police handlers, and professional protection trainers still respect this breed so much. But here's what makes the Doberman different from many aggressive dogs. It's intelligent enough to stay controlled. A reckless dog is dangerous. A calculating dog is worse. Dobermans read body language constantly. They notice tension, eye contact, movement, energy. Sometimes they react before humans even realize something feels wrong. And when properly trained, they become incredibly loyal to their family. But make no mistake, if a Doberman decides someone is a threat, the speed of the response shocks people. No warning, no wasted movement. Just instant action. Still, despite all its precision and confidence, the Doberman is tiny compared to the next dog. And this next breed wasn't built to stop intruders. It was built to stop predators.
Number 6. Caucasian Shepherd. The Caucasian Shepherd doesn't look real. Seriously. This dog looks like something that should be guarding the gates of an ancient fortress. Massive frame, thick fur, heavy skull, pure intimidation. Originally bred in the Caucasus Mountains, these dogs protected livestock from wolves, bears, and armed thieves in brutal environments where weakness didn't survive. And that history still exists inside the breed today. A male Caucasian Shepherd can weigh over 170 pounds, but what scares people isn't just the size. It's the confidence. This breed doesn't act nervous around threats. It acts offended by them. That's a different level of mentality. Most dogs react emotionally during conflict. The Caucasian Shepherd often reacts with calm dominance. And when one locks eyes on something it doesn't trust, you feel the tension immediately. This breed is incredibly territorial, naturally suspicious, and deeply protective of its family. But here's the important part. It was bred to think independently. That means it doesn't constantly look to humans for instructions. In dangerous situations, it makes decisions on its own. And honestly, that independence is exactly why inexperienced owners struggle with this breed. Because a Caucasian Shepherd doesn't automatically submit just because someone owns it. Respect has to be earned. And once that bond exists, this dog becomes unbelievably loyal. But the next breed changes the formula completely. Because instead of relying on overwhelming size, it relies on speed, tactics, and relentless intensity.
Number 5. Belgian Malinois. This dog is a machine. The Belgian Malinois is one of the most driven working dogs alive today. And if you think that sounds exaggerated, look at who uses them. Military units, police departments, special operations teams. These people trust the Malinois in life or death situations. That tells you everything. Unlike heavier guardian breeds, the Malinois fights with speed and precision. It moves like it's permanently locked onto a mission. Fast turns, explosive acceleration, extreme focus. And the scary part? This breed barely seems to get tired. A Belgian Malinois can work for hours under stress and still stay sharp. That level of endurance makes it incredibly effective in real-world protection work. But mentally, this breed is intense. Not energetic, intense. There's a difference. A normal dog wants activity. A Malinois wants purpose. Without training and structure, all that drive can become destructive fast. And once this breed targets something, it commits fully. No fear, no hesitation. Some handlers even say the Malinois is more mentally demanding than the German Shepherd because the drive level is so extreme. But here's where people underestimate them. They don't just react physically, they think tactically. A Malinois studies movement, looks for openings, adjusts in real time. That combination of intelligence and aggression is why criminals often fear them more than larger dogs, because you can't easily outmaneuver one. Still, even the Malinois can't match the raw physical intimidation of the next breed. And this next dog has a reputation that makes people nervous instantly. Number 4. Rottweiler. Few dogs command respect like a Rottweiler. You feel it the moment one walks toward you. The heavy build, the broad chest, the slow, confident movement. Rottweilers don't act frantic. They act certain. Originally bred to drive cattle and protect valuable goods, these dogs developed into one of the most reliable protection breeds in the world. And physically, they're powerful. Very powerful. A mature Rottweiler can weigh over 130 pounds, with crushing jaw strength and incredible muscular force. But raw power alone doesn't explain their reputation. The real intimidation comes from composure. A nervous dog barks constantly. A confident Rottweiler watches quietly. That silence unsettles people. And when properly trained, this breed is known for being deeply loyal and stable around family. But if a threat appears, everything changes instantly. The protective instinct activates fast, and the Rottweiler becomes extremely difficult to intimidate. This breed was built to absorb pressure without backing down. And here's something controversial. Many people assume the loudest dog is the scariest. Wrong. The calmest dog in the room is often the most dangerous. That's exactly why experienced handlers respect Rottweilers so much. But now we're entering another category entirely.
Because the next breed wasn't just used for guarding. It was tied to warfare.
Number 3, Cane Corso. The Cane Corso feels ancient, and that's because it is. This breed traces back to Roman war dogs that reportedly accompanied soldiers into battle. You can still see that history in the way the breed carries itself today. Massive frame, muscular body, cold eye contact. A Cane Corso doesn't look playful. It looks strategic. Everything about this breed screams control and dominance. And unlike overly reactive dogs, the Corso often stays calm until it decides action is necessary. That restraint makes it scarier, because when it moves, it means business. This breed is naturally territorial and highly protective of its family. It doesn't need to be taught suspicion towards strangers. That instinct already exists. And mentally, the Cane Corso is incredibly sharp. It studies people constantly. Who belongs, who doesn't, who feels wrong. That awareness is why Corsos became such respected estate guardians for centuries. But owning one isn't simple. A weak owner creates problems fast. Because this breed respects confident leadership. Without it, the dog may start making its own decisions. And with this level of power, that becomes dangerous. Still, despite the Corso's legendary reputation, the next dog was specifically bred to confront predators most dogs would never challenge. And that fearlessness is on another level. Number 2, Kangal. The Kangal doesn't need hype. Its history already speaks for it. For centuries, this Turkish livestock guardian defended animals from wolves, jackals, and major predators in harsh terrain where survival depended on courage. And unlike many protection breeds, the Kangal wasn't bred for sport or intimidation. It was bred for real conflict. That matters. This breed combines massive strength with shocking composure. A Kangal doesn't waste energy barking nonstop. It watches quietly. And then, suddenly, it explodes into action. That transition is terrifying. Physically, the breed is incredibly powerful, often mentioned alongside the strongest bite forces in the dog world. But mentally, that's where the real fearlessness shows up. The Kangal doesn't bluff often, because historically, bluffing against predators could get it killed. So when this dog engages, it means it believes the threat is real. And despite all that power, many Kangals are calm and affectionate with their family. That contrast makes them fascinating. Gentle around children, fearless against danger. But now we've reached number 1. And this breed pushes intimidation into another category entirely. Because unlike the Kangal, which guards with calm authority, this dog radiates pressure.
Number 1, Presa Canario. The Presa Canario is overwhelming, not just physically, mentally. Everything about this breed feels heavy and intense. Heavy paws, heavy chest, heavy stare. Even experienced dog people sometimes feel uneasy around poorly trained Presas. That should tell you something. Originally developed in the Canary Islands for guarding livestock and controlling powerful animals, the Presa became known for incredible confidence and relentless pressure tolerance. This dog doesn't scare easily. That's what separates it from many powerful breeds. Loud noises, aggressive posturing, physical pressure. The Presa often keeps moving forward. And psychologically, that's extremely intimidating. Because most creatures, humans included, rely on intimidation to stop conflict. The Presa doesn't respond normally to that pressure. And unlike frantic, aggressive dogs that explode emotionally, the Presa often stays calm while assessing the situation, watching, measuring, waiting. That silence is unsettling. Then when it decides to act, the power is explosive. A full-grown Presa Canario is capable of overpowering most people with shocking ease. And once this breed commits physically, stopping it becomes extremely difficult. But the reason it takes number one isn't just strength, it's nerve. This breed was built with an unusually high tolerance for pressure, confrontation, and physical conflict. And that level of fearlessness is rare even among elite guard dogs, which is exactly why the breed has such a serious reputation worldwide. Because when people describe the Presa Canario, they almost always mention the same thing: presence. Not barking, not tricks. Presence. The feeling that this dog absolutely believes it dominates the situation.
So now the question is yours. Which breed truly deserves the title of most fearless dog in the world? The tactical Belgian Malinois? The unstoppable Kangal? The ancient warrior Cane Corso? Or the terrifying Presa Canario? Drop your ranking in the comments. And be honest, would you actually trust yourself handling one of these dogs? If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most powerful, intelligent, and intimidating dog breeds. Because the next list might be even more dangerous.